been through worse. Let's go. I'm not even gonna lie, it's taking everything in me to film this video right now. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know. But like, I recently went on a weekend trip to Indiana, of all places. But that's beside the point, all right? I had something fun that I was doing, that I was looking forward to, that I was excited about. I had this thing, and I had like vlogs planned in my head, right? I was planning out the content for this whole trip, starting literally at my house to the airport to all this stuff. And it was probably days worth of content. Like, I recorded every single day of my trip, but I made sure to record enough to where it was like, okay, cool. I had these videos planned out for this day, these videos for this day, pero también I had a full YouTube video, like almost ready to go. I was editing it. It was like on its final legs, but it was with the majority of that footage. Okay. Are you with me? Are you with me? Fast forward to, at this point, it's like 3 days into the trip, and I have to dump a lot of my footage onto an SD card. So basically, I came super prepared to this trip. I had my little SD card, my little SD reader, all of my tech stuff, my tripod, all that stuff, right? And it was all ready to go. And so the time came for me to dump the footage. Again, on day 3, 2 whole days have already passed at this point. Probably 3 other days. It could even been day 4 for all I know. It was honestly, at this point, everything was a blur. Anyways, I go over to my bag, right? Ready to get the footage. So I'm like I'm looking for the SD card and the SD reader to go ahead and like get rid of all of my footage. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. I'm freaking out. I literally dumped my whole entire bag on the floor, and I realized that on the way out of the lift, it must have like slipped out of my bag somehow. I didn't have a tech bag for all of my wires and shit. So that's completely my bad. Like, I'm well aware that this was my own issue, and, you know, I need to do better next time, because I can guarantee you I will never lose my SD card again. But long story short, I lost my SD card. I reached out to Lyft. I called them. I left messages there, you know, doing anything I can to just get this guy to respond to me, which I didn't think would, which I didn't think would be that hard, because we honestly hit it off when we were in the lift. He was Puerto Rican. He was talking about his family. He spoke Spanish, so we were talking to him in Spanish. Anyways, his name was Junior. Junior, if you see this, please, tienes mi SD card. I te mando dinero para mandarlo para... Like, I will pay the shipping label so you can send it back. Please. Anyway, after that, I was pretty defeated, and I felt pretty demoralized. Not even gonna lie. I felt just like the biggest failure in the world, because who does that? How does anybody allow that to happen? Given, like, I know mistakes happen, and it probably could definitely happen to anybody, and I probably shouldn't beat myself up as much as I am right now. But again, there were days of footage on this SD card, and so to me, honestly, like, bouncing back from that was just really, really difficult, because I had the intro, the middle, the end, like, I had everything planned out. I had entire shot lists planned out for YouTube, and at least 4 to 5 different TikTok videos or Instagram videos that, you know, are just completely gone. But I do keep trying to tell myself that, you know, if it happened this way, it was probably meant to happen this way, and I wasn't meant to like have all of the original footage that I planned out and shot. And I keep thinking that, you know what, whatever I come out with is gonna be even better, which is really hard to believe because it's only like half of the footage. Anyway, if you're watching this, it means I figured something out with whatever's left of the footage that I have. This is a fair warning. I don't know what you're gonna watch. I don't know how I've edited it. I just knew that it had already been a while since my last YouTube video. I'm obsessed with this color. Wait, how pretty is that? It had already been a minute, you know what I mean? I think it's been like 3 weeks to a month since my last video, given it's actually really difficult to film and edit every single week. Like, that is a full-time job. But like, you guys deserve the world, so let's see what I came up with. Why am I going to Indiana, you ask? Why am I venturing out to a city with a population of less than 25 people? I got to work NBA All-Star Weekend, all thanks to Bay. I'm not a big basketball person, but he is. And he was actually sent on a work trip here. And originally, I was supposed to just tag along. It was a new location, a new experience. This was our very first time traveling together out of state. Ooh, look at him, all handsome and whatnot. When we got there, they ended up needing a backup person for social content, so you know I was on it. But honestly, it was great to watch him work and just do his thing. When we were out there, we met this female fashion designer named Jocelyn. She made these sick-ass dual puffer jacket vests by hand. My girl is making these in her home. She got a great opportunity to come set up her stuff in the pop-up shop we were working at. And it's always inspiring when you see any female in a male-dominated space, because when you think of basketball and you think of jerseys, you think of dudes. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna make that cuter. She only had about 5 products at the event, so def check her Instagram out to see what else she can do. But I think the coolest thing about it was she did all this with her man. With mine in the background. No, but like for real, like her and her man do this together. It's their own couple business. And unless your partner is super supportive, that stuff never works. So to watch her thrive and see people actually interested in the product, I was like, why haven't Bay and I started our own company yet? But like, that's next on the list. So if you need any photo, video stuff, hit me up. Even though Bay and I have worked together before, we've done a lot of photo shoots, beauty shoots, in studio, lifestyle, product, on model, for clothing, shoes, makeup, you name it, we've done it. But this particular event was something new. It was also my first time meeting all of his coworkers, at least, you know, the ones who were there. And I wanted them to like me, you know? So I just made sure to really go all out this weekend. As you can see, I was capturing all the BTS vibes. Redirecting to the fashion real quick, I wanted this jacket so bad. I don't know if it was the nostalgic fonts or patches, the color combos, or that satin material. This is a CEO, so he just wore this jacket out. Like, he got it for free. But like, this was my day one outfit. I knew people were gonna come drippy, so I tried to make sure I was dressed to impress, you know? After that, we headed over to the conference center to see what was poppin'. Aside from the little pop-up we had, this part of the weekend meant the most, and let me tell you why. Now, I don't know much about basketball. I played as a kid, but that's kind of where it stopped. But these guys were original Celtics players, back in a time where basketball was only for white people. We got to interview them, ask some questions about their story, and it was honestly so inspiring yet heartbreaking to hear. As a Mexican, I've faced my fair share of discrimination, people telling me to go back to my own country, other people angry because I speak Spanish. In Pennsylvania, I was even kicked out of a bar because the patrons of the bar thought I was dating my white friend whom I was with. But it was nothing in comparison to what Chuck Cooper went through. Chuck Cooper became the first African-American player to join the NBA league back in 1950. He talked about the cruelty he and his family went through during that time. Chuck Cooper, if you're watching this, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure.
Legend Meta World piece in the shop right now. Circle Center Mall. Come here right now. Get an autograph, get a photo, cop a jersey. Come on.
There were a few little guest appearances that I thought was really cool. Ron Artest was there signing autographs, signing jerseys, t-shirts, hats. What's crazy is my boyfriend has actually photographed his wife before, Maya. How sick would it be to be able to photograph the both of them? Side note, how hard is this jacket? Oh my god. Out of nowhere, Jadakiss showed up, and just like that, I was 15 years old again, burning his songs onto my CD using LimeWire. They also have this dude named Don C, who's actually their creative director. He's a luxury streetwear designer, but I think most people know him as being Kanye's manager. The old Kanye, not the new Kanye. They ended up doing this podcast there in the pop-up where they talked about the designs, inspirations of some of the collections, basically his life story, and then we broke for lunch.
Right now.
The day after everything you just saw was the day that I lost my SD card. Everything that I had filmed in between then and now, gone. And I didn't have anything new to film until the airport. I've always wanted to be one of those corporate girlies who travels for work. I've traveled for work before, but it's just never been for a project or company that I really love. You just always feel more important when you have to travel for work, you know? Unfortunately, Bay and I did have to take separate flights going back home. His work paid for his ticket and I got mine separately. So we ended up flying on different airlines. But like, I did get that entire aisle to myself. I get mira. My first flight was Indiana to Dallas, and there was a total of 5 people on there, which was so nice because I had that view all to myself. Fun fact, I'm never worried about plane turbulence because it's basically like going through a vat of jello. It may be a little wobbly, but she ain't going nowhere. Finally touched down in Dallas, and damn, that sunset was beautimous. I started flying at like 4 in the morning, so I'm pretty sure this was Dallas's sunrise, and that golden hour was hitting.
The hair is a fucking mess.
The Dallas airport was pretty spread out. You had to travel via tram to get from gate to gate, and it felt like I was going to Disneyland. You know how the tram picks you up at the parking lot? I don't know if it was because of the sunrise or the mellowness of the tram, but I just felt so calm and relaxed.
Toys R Us. This is super real. This is a real thing. I thought they were obsolete. I thought they went extinct.
What's that, brother?
Okay, pay attention to what you're about to hear on the intercom. Bro, I was bugging. I have never heard that at an airport before. I've heard of chapels and churches and hospitals. Is anybody really getting off the plane and going straight to mass? IDK, it wasn't my business. At this point, I only had one flight left till I got home, and time was dragging so much ass. I tried to kill some time by going shopping or walking around the airport. But tell me if I'm being crazy. I know when we're at the airport, we're in our own little world. Everybody minds their business, and I get that. But even as I was walking around and stopping into places, nobody at the airport was trying to fraternize. I was in Tejas for a total of 3 hours, and as fun as saying that Toys R Us was, I was so happy to be back home. That OC sun just hits different after 4 days in the snow. We're finally back home, and I was processing so many emotions. Not only was I still very upset that I lost my SD card, but if you follow me on TikTok, you know I got my period at the airport. My sweats were covered in blood, they seeped through everything, and I had no idea. So when I came home, I just wanted to shower and honestly just go to sleep. I didn't want to film shit. So the next day, I was like, aight girl, we gotta get on our Zoom. Something that I've been doing recently, just for my overall mental and physical health, is going on my hot girl bike ride. I know it sounds so silly, but riding my bike in the sun, hair-free, favorite Spotify playlist banging, it's a different kind of freedom and it's a different kind of peace. When the hot girl walk is too slow, the hot girl bike ride feels like you're flying. I've gotten the question a lot too about what my workout routine is. To keep it 100% real with you, there is none. I played volleyball in college, so life as a college athlete, I was constantly at 5 a.m. practices, 7 p.m. practices, strength training, dieting, constantly demanding more of my body. Fitness practically became my job in college because I literally had to do it every single day. I was pushing my body past its limit at a very young age. And now that I'm in my 30s, 31 and looking damn good to be exact, I'm not gonna do that to myself anymore. Also, I feel like my body just got super used to my metabolism and my toning and definition, and my body kind of retained all that. You won't ever catch me counting calories, you won't ever catch me standing on a scale. I don't care about any of that. Do I feel good? Is the tummy flat? Is the booty popping? Those are my concerns. So don't ever ask me for what do I eat in a day? Because y'all are gonna be real upset when you realize it's only Takis and the frozen Kung Pao chicken from Trader Joe's. I get a lot of comments on how I'm so thin or how I keep my frame the way I do. Years of disciplinary sports and trauma, which is not something you should ever strive for real. So yes, now you will catch me in my 30s doing old people things like riding my bike around the block. And you're probably wondering, Julia, why are you putting on makeup if you're gonna go work out? I'm still trying to look cute, girls, duh. And I didn't even put on a lot. It was literally just blush, a little bit of mascara, and I did my eyebrows. Also, don't laugh at how I do my eyebrows. My pelitos have cowlicks in them, and they grow in the most ridiculous fashion. So I literally Tarzan that shit into my brows, and then I comb them through and smooth them out. I know you peeped that neon yellow sports bra. Lo siento, no, I don't have any Lululemon or Fabletics matching yoga set. Everything your girl is wearing was on clearance. Yes, girl, even the shoes. That Nike outlet store is my jam. I don't know about y'all, but anytime I need to go shopping, I will be hitting up them outlets first, best believe. The outfit is on and your girl is popping. We can't forget the Cafecito beer stein of the day. This is probably by far my favorite Cafecito She's mug. A German beer stein and I thrifted her. Fun fact, I'm actually drinking out of this Cafecito mug right now as we edit. And now it is time for the hot girl bike ride. Everybody, I'd like you to meet Sheila. Sheila is my $40 beach cruiser. I found her on OfferUp, gave her a little bit of TLC, and she's off to me races. I truly don't know why I said any of that in a British accent. I think it's his song though. It's giving Wes Anderson, so I feel like I need to give Wes Anderson. You made it! welcome back. We're here. I mean, not welcome back because you never left, but you know, I did, I guess, when I went to go get ready. Listen, this whole video was just a different experience for me. Losing that SD card, I know it seems like such a small thing, and I definitely 100% overreacted, but look, I had an entire video that I put my heart and soul into that I was really, really happy with, just flat out gone. All of it completely gone. And what made me even more mad was that the file for the project, like the Premiere project, was still on my laptop, but because I didn't have the footage, since it was on that SD card, everything was corrupted because I couldn't link it anymore. So it was just like so close yet so far, and trying to figure out how to bring it back and make it work without being A, super upset and bummed about it because you guys won't ever get to see the original thing that I had planned, and B, will this even resonate with anybody because it wasn't what I intended it to be. So I was really torn into like, I was really torn between, should I even post anything? Should I just like, at this point, you know what? It's already been a month. I'm already failing as a YouTuber. So maybe I just let it go and just cut my losses. But that's not really fair to you, especially since I've already told myself that I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to like, pónteme las pilas and get on my Zoom. But getting on your Zoom is way harder than you think it is. So we ready though. How peep the makeup, like for reals, swearsies realsies. I know, okay, I know. I've been using lip liner as lipstick. So like obviously I line my lips, but instead of filling it with a lipstick or a gloss, I've been using lip liner, and it just lasts so much longer than normal. And I recently did the uñas. Ooh, look at that. I wanted that like really hyper realistic nail vibe going on. Anyways, I might even do a tutorial on this look alone because I am so happy with how this makeup came out. Like, she is eating heavy. She came hungry. I hope you enjoyed a weekend in my super boring life. I'm typically home every weekend, so this was out of the usual for me, which is why I'm so heartbroken that I lost all that footage, because I'm not one of those influencers. I even hate that term. I'm not one of those people, creators, whatever, who is constantly flying from brand trip to brand trip, going to Bora Bora or Cancun or Paris. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to be doing all that, but I don't. That's not my life. Realistically, we balling on a budget, so everything I have goes to rent. It make me a little self-conscious about being on here because sometimes I feel like I have nothing to say or nothing to show, because who wants to see my dirty ass room? Who wants to see my non-aesthetic space? You know what I mean? But whatever, it's where I live, it's how my life is. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I will apologize for not having posted a video for like a month, but like, I hope you guys get me, okay? I don't make money off of YouTube. I don't make money off of TikTok. I don't make money off of Instagram. Anyway, the last thing I want to say before I sign off is this. Don't ever be afraid of being yourself. Don't ever be afraid of reacting to something a specific way, getting excited about something. Who you are as a whole is something valuable that the world needs. The world is full of so many copy-paste type people, but like not enough of this and not enough of this. I'm pointing to my heart. Oh, it's over here. I'm pointing to my heart, not my chest. Even though I know I don't got boobies either. But that's besides the point. Be yourself, because at the end of the day, somebody, somewhere, somehow will rock with you. And the people who don't, thank you for being in the Big Sis Julia Cafecito Club. I'm trying to figure out a proper sign off, like a way to say goodbye, you know? See you next time. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me. But those are all stupid. I don't know. We're gonna work on it. I'm gonna figure that out.